Alrighty, let's get started.
It's time to drink
and draw
drinks
and draw
Ladies and gentlemen, wake the kids, phone the neighbors.
drinks
and draw.
Give the folks a little sizzle. Sizzle?
Wow, you're pretty quick for a big guy.
Brought to you by
Comics.shop.
I believe I'm ready, but you just don't know.
I feel I'm ready.
Yeah, g'day, mates. Welcome to this a brand new episode of Comex's Friday Night Drink and Draw, episode 128, if you can believe it. We are streaming live from a brand new setup here at Comex HQ, so you will have to bear with us as there's about 14 new buttons where we used to only press one, now we press 14. And one of the one of the rules I set out as we started, that me and Sis have been, we're like, we'll have to tell everybody not to talk when the videos are playing. So the first person who says something while the videos were playing was our very own Sis, who said, "Oh, we're live." When it said, so expect a whole lot more of that good stuff. Of course, this show and all of Comex does not exist without the man, Shane Sis Siddle. What up, Sis?
Yeah, just a bit stressed with this new software.
Yeah, we're going to get there, though, and we can't get there. We can't get there without the boy Quick Nick. But he has turned a challenge that life presented to him, and he has turned that challenge into an adventure. So Quick will no longer be on the Quicks on the regular, but he will pop up from time to time, so keep your eye out. But we had to put up the bat signal and get some real talkers in this piece, and who better for me to banter back and forth with the man that puts up with 0% of my shizwazzle, and that is Neil Blandon. Welcome, Mr. Blando.
Hello. Absolutely.
And
I'm talking a lot now.
the reincarnated Prince Knufu, something. You can't do better than the best. Daniel Best is here with us. Welcome, Daniel.
Thank you. Pleased to be here.
And Alex Major
enjoying
filling
tonight?
in for the two Nicks tonight. He of the sketch party. Hello,
Yeah.
Alex Major.
Yeah, who cares about my name? Just remember my event. But Spezi, is there anything you can expand on Quick Nick? Because what happened? Did he get lemons and he's now busy making lemonades? Or
Yeah. Well, that's yep. I believe it is his story to tell, so I dare not spring it on people. But also, I don't want to give away some of his surprise pop-ups that will be happening. So he will be on the show again multiple times. Let's just say from multiple locations. But we dare not give that away just
so
yet.
it's not a comic thing. So is it a project, an exciting project that we can kind of tease for him?
No,
Is that-
it's a
No, it's not.
change in his personal circumstances that he is taking, harnessing in a backpack, and turning a lemon into a lemonade adventure.
I was hoping you were like, I was getting out of it that like, oh, Nick's coming up for a new comic book project and he needs to travel Australia to, get that done. And I was hoping
All right,
you were
enough,
leading
mate.
to that. Dave wanted me to shut up.
Thank you, Dave.
Let's just say hashtag Comex Tour.
Yeah, let's leave it at that.
Rosanna Lim, welcome back to the show.
Hello.
And Mr. Joe Rowe, Justin McNamara is with us.
Evening.
And thank God, because we need some Hawkman aficionados in the house. And then Dave is not only large and in charge to keep Alex under wraps, but also so we can put a bit of a spotlight where the spotlight's deserved. When Dave starts drawing, we can all get a look at it. You can also notice down the bottom that your comments will be appearing on the screen now, which is a cool new thing. So please don't be shy to drop a comment. We will highlight some questions and stuff as they pop up. Also, there are super chats and little sticker things that you can do to support the show.
I'll turn that on
monetarily. He's turned them on, and he knew that he turned them on. So if you want to support Comex and get a little super chat is, I think your comment gets highlighted and whatever.
Whoa.
And so we'll shout you out and give you a superhero nickname, and you'll be official producer of the show. All right, Sis, who are we drawing this week, my friend?
Well, it started off as Hawkman, but it's become Hawkman-ish.
Okay, Hawkman-ish.
We've opened it up to any humanoid with wings. So
I didn't go with that far.
Tinkerbell?
I guess so. Go
Which
for
is
it.
strange, being that in a couple of weeks' time you have an Archangel show.
Oh, that's different. That's metal wings. That's all different. No.
Are you saying Hawkman's wings aren't made of metal, Sis?
Depends which version.
No, I think all versions, I found out today, are made from nth metal. NT8,
Oh, well, there you go.
originally called the ninth metal, later changed to the much easier to say nth metal. But of course, Hawkman is the name of several superheroes appearing in American comic books published by DC Comics, created by writer Gardner Fox and artist Dennis Neville. The original Hawkman first appeared in Flash Comics #1. Alex Major, do you know who else's first appearance was in Flash Comics #1?
Is it somebody who had like a trench coat and then just opened it up?
Yes, the Flash, sure, of course.
The Flash.
So they both appeared in Flash Comics #1, published by All American Publications in 1940. Daniel Best, as our historian, have you got any Gardner Fox or Dennis Neville tidbits you could drop on us?
Oh, Dennis Neville tidbits? Probably not, but Gardner Fox, yes. I mean, he was a mighty, mighty writer. And one of the, well, actually not even one of the few, because a lot of the writers that worked at the beginning of the comic book industry for DC, as it was, when it went through, started as DC, then became Superman Comics, and then became National and all the other things, went into the Silver Age before they all got fired for wanting to have basic things like health insurance and pensions and security. His work was really, really interesting, very interesting. Did quite a lot of Batman stuff, very, very good Batman stuff too.
Okay.
He worked across the field. Now, if memory serves me correctly, and I'm hoping it does, he revamped and relaunched Hawkman with Joe Kubert for the Silver Age.
Yeah, right. Well, so there have been several incarnations of Hawkman appearing in DC Comics, all of them characterized by the use of archaic weaponry and by large artificial metal wings attached to a harness made from special nth metal that allows flight. Most incarnations of Hawkman work closely with a partner/romantic interest named Hawkgirl. Now, why is it Hawkman and Hawkgirl? Why not Hawkboy and Hawkwoman? Neil Blandon, our lead gender studies correspondent, why on earth is it Hawkman and Hawkgirl and not Hawkboy, Hawkwoman, vice versa?
Well, why are you so hung up on the pronouns, my friend? I mean, who cares? It could just be Hawk, them, or they/they. Why do we have to have Hawkman and Hawkwoman and Hawkgirl and Hawkboy? Is there Hawk Dog by any chance? And a Hawk Horse?
Hawk Cat.
Well, Mr. Google, you should know.
Lady
Actually,
Google is not
Shaden's-
here with us, so Shaden is our Googler. But no, that you managed to boing flip that on me and made me to look the fool, and I appreciate that. Was great.
That's fine. What's that boing flip?
So you took it, like I sent it at you, it boinged off you and flipped and headed back towards me.
Is this what the young people are saying today?
Yeah, that's what all us kids are saying, mate. Yeah.
Skibby
Anyway.
toilet
Never
and
heard
this.
Skibbity toilet, yeah.
So Sigma.
Significant appearances outside of comics for Hawkman include the animated Justice League cartoon, which featured Hawkgirl as a main character, as well as several DC Universe original animated movies. In live action, of course, the character first appeared on screen in the two-part 1979 TV special Legends of the Superheroes, which I believe they all go jet skiing at one point.
It's brilliant.
Really
Wasn't Hawkman a lawyer as well?
Yes, he was. It was brilliant. I remember watching it as a young person. Oh, look, 3 Peter Lawsons. I remember watching it as a young person and thinking it was absolutely stunningly brilliant.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it too.
Mm. I enjoyed it so much. I enjoyed it as much as I do Peter.
I was really worried that without the two Nicks, we would there'd be some dead air. But Alex is here to say I enjoyed it too. So,
do you want me to speak more? I thought you were tired of me just keep interrupt. I mean, if you want me to talk more, but Dave's going to come in and tell me to shut up again. So,
here's one for you with the gender. Here's one for you with the gender. Why in the Fantastic Four was it, Mr. Fantastic, the Thing, and the Human Torch and all that? But although it was established that she was older than the Torch, she was always the Invisible Girl.
Right. So
it took until John Byrne took it over in the 80s that she actually became the Invisible Woman.
Yeah, I don't know. There is something weird going on because Jean Grey, Marvel Girl as well.
Yep.
There's too many girls, not enough women. That's I don't know what that means.
That didn't sound right.
I mean, all of the Legion of the Superheroes were all lasses and girls, weren't they?
What's that? Sorry, Justin.
All of the Legion of Superheroes. I don't think any of them were women. They were something else, something girl.
Does Anna have an opinion on that?
To be fair, with the Legion, a lot of the guys were all boys. Cosmic Boy, Lightning Lad, Brain Dead Boy and all that sort of thing. So, there was a lot of them around.
I made it into the Legion.
Anyways, Petty, I was asking the only female person on in this table.
No, please.
So, Rosanna, do you think there should be more girls or more women? Which one do you prefer? Or just in general, more female?
Not coming out well.
I know. I feel like for the context before, like girl and woman, I don't think it really matters. But I think now there should be more women.
Yeah.
Back then, I don't think it really mattered back then.
Different times.
Yeah, different times.
Yeah, right. Well, speaking of different times, so Sis, I don't know if you knew this, but besides what we're talking about his time on the big screen, of course, he made his cinematic debut as part of the universally loved Black Adam movie, alongside The Rock, of course. But yeah, did you know the Golden Age Hawkman and the Silver Age Hawkman, very, very similar, except they both had an extra power that the other one didn't. Can you guess what the Golden Age Hawkman's power was that differed from the Silver Age guy's power and vice versa?
Well, I know the Silver Age guy was more of an obnoxious prick than the other one, so is that it?
Well, if it was, then you'd be a superhero, Daniel.
Oh! Wow. You are a
what do you reckon, Sis? Golden Age Hawkman? Think of an out-of-the-box power.
I was just thinking vision. Hawks can see really far away. Did they go with that? Or did they just go away from Hawk altogether?
That's far too logical, Sis. No, the Golden Age Hawkman could breathe underwater.
What?
Like all Hawks.
Like all Hawks, yes.
Whereas the Silver Age Hawkman couldn't breathe underwater, but he could talk to birds. So that one's at least a little bit connected.
Yeah. Okay.
Water thing's still confusing me.
But the thing that always got me with Hawkman was, although he had those wings, he didn't use them for flying. He actually had an anti-gravity belt.
Wow. So I went
Silver
from
Age one did anyway. He had an anti-gravity belt at some point. So, he could lose the wings and still fly through the air like an idiot.
So it's just effects.
Yeah, it's just effect. He only had the wings because, like, hey, look how cool my wings are. It's like they're very big wings. You're obviously compensating, so that's fine.
So, Daddy, before I walk myself out, did he just have too much Red Bull? All right, I'm out. See you guys later.
Maybe the reason was like if he didn't need wings, he could have just been Quail Man or something, and it would have been less simple.
How come we never had Budgie Man? Oh, we did. We got Budgie. Yeah, Galah Man.
Yeah, we've got Budgie.
Galah Man.
Well, so all incarnations of Hawkman use the fictional ninth metal or nth metal to defy gravity and allow them to fly. The metal is in their costume's belt, boots, and wings. His abilities are controlled mentally. Their wings allow them to control their flight, though they and this is a quote, though they can be flapped using shoulder motions. In most comic books, Hawkman is also known to have slightly enhanced physical strength. And there's one thing, I'm not super familiar with Hawkman. I only know him from when he appears in, your Batman books and your Crises and all that. He seems to now, Justin. I'll throw this one to you. It seems to be a rider by rider basis as to how strong Hawkman is. Sometimes he's can go toe to toe with Superman. Other times he's a one punch chump. Am I anywhere near something?
I mean, it's interesting that you should point out that there might be some inconsistencies in the DC universe, because that's probably the only one realistically. I mean, Hawkman comes from like as far as his origin and everything, it's like the absolute cluster of DC heroes where they've got broken origins and they don't know what to do with them. And I'm sure his abilities seem to vary ridiculously because they just don't know what to do. It's like he seems to be one of those characters that he'll fit the criteria for the role. So let's just sort of slide him into that role. Yeah, I mean, and yeah, the Black Adam movie is such a good example. I mean, he spends the whole time in that, not even thinking. He goes back and gets beaten up by Black Adam again and again and again. And it's like, what can we do next? I've got an idea. How about I hit him? No, just stop. You know that you're not going to beat him. Just come up with something better. And by the end of it, we know that the big S turns up. He's just going, yeah, I've got a problem. It's an inconsistency that DC are extraordinary. Inconsistency is DC's superpower. So
In trying to research the character, so this is me trying to piece it together. So after Crisis on Infinite Earths, there were two sets of Hawks. So that's a Hawkman and a Hawkgirl from the Golden Age, and a Hawkman and a Hawkgirl from the Silver Age, and they had to share the timeline because of reasons, DC reasons. And then in 2008, in true DC fashion, DC asked cosmically inclined writer Jim Starlin to take a crack at cleaning up Hawkman's past. Jim Starlin and Al Milgren released a Hawkman special that tied into the current storyline of the time, but also had Hawkman confront his past. Jim Starlin would later reveal through his Hawkman run that the character's entire history of reincarnation had been a lie. Now that's the I skipped over that part. Of course, we're talking about Carter Hull Hawkman, who is a reincarnation of the ancient Egyptian prince Khufu, something like that.
That's you.
Yeah. But then Jim Starlin erased all that. And then in Final Crisis, Hawkman disappeared. Perhaps even died. And classic DC, once again, Jim Starlin's changes were then never addressed again. They just reverted back to pre-Jim Starlin. 6 months later, in 2009's Blackest Night issue 1, Hawkman and Hawkgirl were both killed, only to be brought back a few issues later. Then, in the follow-up Brightest Day, Hawkman survives a bloody battle, but Hawkgirl dies, just in time for New 52 to then wipe all that shit out and start again.
That's very confusing.
DC
Sorry,
does stand for disjointed continuity, doesn't it? Isn't that what the DC is?
Yeah.
I love how they hire Jim Starlin and give him so much money to fix these things. He does it, and they go, "No, we're not going to do that now."
Very clever.
No worries, guys.
Mr. Blandon, do you know much about Hawkman? Do you have a love-hate relationship?
Can I have one? I like Hawkman. I like. I didn't mind him in Black Adam. He was all right. And I picked up my belly. Hang on. I picked up that the other day, the Crisis one, and that's got lots of Hawkman in it and Hawkgirl, but I don't remember them right now.
Oh, that's good. But
they were fun.
Remember they were fun. Well, that's something.
But I haven't read much.
Max Verada is telling us he was awesome as a chief surgeon during the Korean War.
Oh. Yeah.
Mr. Dave
He's got a
Dye.
spiky ball.
He does on a stick, I think.
Yeah, spiky ball on a stick. A mace, as we would call them, I think. Sorry,
Mr. Dave Dye, are you a Hawkman guy?
I didn't know anything about Hawkman until I read this, which is the art of Joe Kubert.
Oh, wow.
So that's my introduction to Hawkman, and I read a couple of the stories, and I thought they were okay, yeah. And I do believe Hawkman was first minted in 1940. Would that be right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Other than that, I don't know much about it really, but I think it looks like a good character. But I think, I don't know, all these bloody big wings. What's he do when he's walking around? Does he walk around at all? He must be a nuisance, bloody flapping, going through doorways, trying to make a cup of tea and coffee, and in the kitchen he'd be knocking all the crockery off the bloody benches. His mum would be going crook at him all the time.
Dave, how often do you run?
Run?
Dave, how often do you run?
Not very often nowadays.
Do you think?
What about do you chase Dinky?
No, yeah, he does all the running.
Now, why does one not run much? Because it's a pain in the ass. You're tired and all that sort of stuff. Do you reckon if you could fly, that after a certain point you would treat it like running? Like, when was the last time you flew? I don't know, a while ago. It's tired.
Yeah, I don't know. I think, maybe there's a bit of work involved with it to start with, but once you get up pretty high, you can just start gliding and soaring. I think once you get up there, mate, you'll be really enjoying it.
But Dave, after you've seen the first 500 clouds, are they just starting to look like clouds?
Below the
I don't know.
clouds and
Some
the
things you
mountains
never get sick
and other
of, mate.
birds.
Some things you never get sick of.
No breathalyzers up there either.
Yeah.
I'll be flying all the time. I fly from the bedroom to the toilet.
Very handy. I might be doing more flying than driving soon. Yeah.
Flying everywhere. For a pie, I'd fly.
You're a poet and you didn't even...
I would fly through the McDonald's drive-through.
Fly through.
Not a fly through. Wouldn't get served.
Oh, yes, I would. I'd be a right Karen. I'd get served.
Now I'm going to open this up to everybody except Daniel and Justin because they will get it too quickly. I'm going to start with you, Sis. There is a good reason why Hawkman is identified. This made me laugh. Identified so closely with the Justice Society of America during the Golden Age. He never missed a single meeting. That was a direct quote from whatever website I was researching. Hawkman was amongst the first 8 superheroes, JSA's debut in 1940 in All-Star Comics number 3. Says, outside of Hawkman, I'm looking for 7 other members of the Justice Society of America. Can you give me one
7?
of them? I want one of them from you.
Oh, Our Man.
Oh, nice! In the old days, I would have played a little ding, Sis, but
Yeah, I don't know
I can't press any buttons. I'm not allowed. Mr. Neil Blandon, can you give us another member of the Justice Society from the original lineup?
Was the Flash in there, the old Flash with these little hard hat?
Ding, ding, ding. He was. Here's a sturdy thumb for you, my friend. Mr. Alex Major.
Where did I
Yeah.
Can you name a member of the original Justice Society of America?
Was Popeye in it?
If he wasn't, he should have been.
It's not my answer. I'm just asking, before I give you my answer.
Your answer.
Trying to figure it out.
If this was Family Feud, you're not allowed to hypothetically joke answer.
Did anybody? Oh! I'm sorry. I didn't know this was a serious show. My apologies. My apologies, sir.
If you want to win the cash prize, then you have to take.
Yeah. Did anyone mention Superman?
No one did, but that's because he's not in it. So,
but he's old.
He's just League. We're talking Justice Society, my friend.
Yeah, Justice Society, mate.
What? Oh, so he's shunned, is he?
He is.
I don't know. He's an immigrant, so I get it. As a fellow immigrant, I know what Superman's going through.
Are you also powered by the sun?
No, but I'm also allergic to whatever kryptonite is, whatever the equivalent to the real world it is. I'm probably allergic to that. I think it's hay. I'm allergic to hay.
Rosanna, you're famously known for loving the Justice Society of America. Can you name?
Oh no, I can't.
There is a big member in there who is also a Justice League member who has a color in his name.
Green something, is
and
it?
a ring on his finger.
Oh, Green Lantern.
Yes, ding ding. 2 thumbs.
Back when he wore a stupid red shirt and whatnot.
Now, Peter Lawson is with us, son of Law. Welcome to the show, my friend. Pete, can you name one of the remaining, 4 members of the Justice Society?
Have you got Dr. Fate yet?
No, nice. Dr. Fate with his golden helmet of goldenness. Ding, ding, 2 thumbs. Mr. Dave Dye, you get to choose between 3 remaining members of Justice Society. What do you got for me?
All the ones that you've been picked are the only ones I knew.
Classic. Well, one of them can make himself really small, Dave. One can make himself the size of an...
Would that be Ant-Man?
The Atom.
No.
Atom Man. Okay.
All right, Justin and Daniel, there are 2 left. Who have we got?
Do you want me to go?
Daniel, you go.
Both or one?
Go one. Let's spread the fun out for everybody.
Okay. And after I've done it, I'll tell you why Superman wasn't in it if you want. The Spectre.
Oh, cool. All right, Justin, that course.
Well, would it be the Secretary Wonder Woman?
No, a Sandman.
Oh, of course, yeah.
The original.
Now, is this Neil Gaiman's Sandman?
No.
Nothing about
The
Sandman.
gas guy.
Wesley Dodd.
Right. All right, Dan, tell us why Superman wasn't in the Justice Society.
For the same reason that Batman wasn't. Because the Justice Society came out under the imprint of All American Comics, which was a separate comic to DC Comics. So that's why you didn't get Wonder Woman in there either, because she was on a separate line. It was only later on that DC absorbed all those characters into their universe. So that's why you didn't have Superman. That's why you didn't have Batman. That's why you didn't have Wonder Woman, because they weren't owned by All American Comics. They couldn't feature them if they wanted to.
Oh, well, there you go.
Hey. Now,
Useless trivia of the evening.
Now, while I've got you, Dan, this is apropos of almost nothing. I have a little blood feud going on with the head of Aussieverse over at on the Aussieverse YouTube channel, Bo, who debated with me. Well, I used a particular word to describe something, and I don't want to give it away because I want you to tell me. When the X-Men, appear in, say, Ghost Rider for part 1, and then Ghost Rider appears in the X-Men for part 2, and then part 3 occurs in, and it goes backwards and forwards. What is that called?
Called a crossover.
Confusing.
Shakalaka. Now, when Ghost Rider and, say, Batman appear in each other's comics, part 1, part 2, or whatever, what's that called?
It's called a cross-company crossover.
Boom shaluck. All right.
I hope I'm saying the right things here, because this is what they are.
I totally agree.
No, that's what I called them. Bo of Aussieverse, hello, my friend. He asked me to name my favorite crossover. When I suggested it was X-Men Ghost Rider, he proclaimed that is not a crossover. A crossover is, say, a DC Marvel thing. So just a hashtag in your face.
Especially, what is the answer then? What is the correct answer then? Not correct. What was the wrong answer that Bo gave you?
I don't think he had a name for what I was proposing. I think it was just a story. I'm not sure.
Was he thinking that within a company it's a guest appearance or something?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
No, a guest appearance would be in your Ghost Rider. There's like 2 panels with the X-Men. That's a guest appearance. But in what you're talking about, and I know the way you're talking about, like I can't remember the Ghost Rider number and the X-Men number, but they went backwards and forwards. That's a crossover.
That's
crossover.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, wicked. Now, Rosanna, are you familiar with Hawkman or Hawkgirl at all? Have you seen Black
I'm
Adam?
just here to draw.
Excellent.
Yeah, stop talking to her, Spencer. No, I'm joking. Please, we need more talking.
Well, Rosanna, tell us, for you, I find wings to be very painful to draw.
Yes, I'm drawing them right now. Cannot draw them at all.
So I created a character called Annika, the Angel of Awesome, and I started when she had these big wings, and by the time I got to the 30th feather, I was like, no, I think these are just big see-through wings that don't have any feathers, because it was very painful.
Yeah. No, I cannot draw wings for the life of me.
Can I just say one thing? I'm looking at the comments. If we're in the same company, we're calling it a tie-in. No, a tie-in is if you use something external and put it into a comic book. So a tie-in would be, we've got a movie coming out with Wolverine in it, so let's put Wolverine in that one. So we're tying into the Wolverine movie, we're tying into something external. It's not a crossover. The crossover is what you described.
So like all the... Yeah. So if you have like an event like Civil War, and then you have Avengers : Civil War, that is a Avengers tie-in to the event. Exactly. If it was, if part 1 of Civil War occurred in this book and part 2 occurred in that book, that's a crossover event.
Because what you're talking about there would say Civil War. In that Avengers Civil War, that issue, just the Avengers. There's no one else appearing in it except that group of characters. So say Captain America Civil War, all it is Captain America. And then it goes back to the full thing. That's the tie-in. That's not a crossover. What you've described is a crossover.
I'm going to believe Wizard on this
You're very
one.
welcome, Harvey.
To advertise crossover events. And that's what all those things were. They were crossover events.
Just events. God, horrible ones too. I mean, God, you remember
there were some horrible ones.
There's some comments on the
Absolute
topic as well.
Yeah, so my abilities to navigate is I don't know where to find the comments other than what's appearing there.
It's on the left-hand side.
Over on your left.
On my left. Oh, comments. All right. Oh, I see. All right. I'm going to I'm a bit late to this, but I'm going to go through and shout out some of these peeps.
Oh yeah, nice.
So Nick May sitting outside my house. Please come in from the rain. Hello everyone. Hello Alison. Shawnee is missing quick, as we all are.
Yes.
Kez, Nick Quick, we love that guy. Damn straight. Robert Connor, good evening. What else we got? Nick May, of course, is drawing Bob Hawke. Hopefully with red Converse shoes. Hawkman does whatever a Hawkman can. Thank you, Ryan.
True.
That's okay, Nick. I'm drawing Road Warrior Hawk. What a rush. Sis, what's Road Warrior Hawk?
I have no idea.
The wrestler.
Is anyone drawing Hudson Hawk?
Well, that's why you asked me, because you know I know nothing about wrestlers.
Oh yeah, that's half the gig here. Is I ask people who know nothing about it to tell me things about it. Hawk from Buck Rogers was cool.
I remember him.
Nick May, Mrs. Alex.
I miss you too, Nick, especially on the show.
I wish that Hawkman and Kazar could have been in the same universe. Why?
Yeah, that's interesting.
That's what Kazar's the Tarzan guy, right? With the
because he wants Kazar and Hawkman in the same universe, so that way Kazar's lion or whatever it was, the saber-tooth tiger, would then jump up and stalk Hawkman and grab him and eat him like my cat does to the pigeons out the back here.
Yeah, excellent.
Quickest crossover ever.
Because women would be worth of respect. Girls can be less than men. All right, this is that's it. All right, cool. I was getting a little too political for me. I'm not smart enough to tackle topics that heady. Hello, Carol Ann. Who we got?
Hi guys, that's already too political for me.
Yeah.
All right, this is too much. A lot of people getting in on the hi guys stuff.
Hojo digs Hawkman. Thanks for watching, Mr. and Mrs. Hojo. Stop talking sometimes, Bedsy.
No, continue.
With work, but now I'm too tired to draw. If that is not
excuses,
come on.
I draw to relax.
I feel like that's most of us, though, Shawnee. So don't stress too much. Was that Green Lantern allergic to wood?
Sure.
Yes, he was.
He was.
Not allergic to wood, but whereas Green Lantern ring was useless against yellow, the Golden Age Green Lantern's ring was useless against wood.
Wow.
So you could
about
make
three, right?
to death. You couldn't do anything about it.
Did that come up often where the Green Lantern was like, and now I imagine this big green fist, and then, oh, damn it, that house is made of wood. I can't punch it.
Yeah. Here comes Tree Man. Oh, well, I'm screwed. I'm out of here now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it came up as much as the yellow thing does, or did. So, yeah.
Yeah. You keep your yellow thing to yourself, my friend.
Does the yellow thing come from the wood, or?
I don't know, but Flocky is right there. He was allergic to wood. Who were?
More of that high guy stuff.
What is this? The Nerd Convention. My lord, so many geeks in one place. Hells to the air. Evening Trendsetters from Mr. Sean Craig. All right, I think I'm all caught up. Stiz, is it too early to take a look at some art, or maybe, in fact, we haven't given Peter Lawson, and I'm going to test out a new button. Mr. Lawson, can you tell us a little something about Hawkeye? Hawkeye's friend Hawkman.
Hawkeye, MASH.
MASH, yeah.
Look, not really. I only really knew Hawkman from popping up in like the old Super Friends cartoon and Hawkgirl when she was in the Justice League cartoon. That's really all I knew of them.
Right.
So, and which one was it? One of the TV shows was it Smallville where they had him in?
Oh yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Sort of that arc there with the whole sort of Egyptian prince stuff. That's about it, really.
He did, of course, appear in the Arrowverse as well.
Oh, of course. Yes, Arrowverse.
And Hawkgirl was in Legends of Tomorrow too.
Yes.
The sequel. Nice. Legends of Tomorrow 2. Yeah. Both Green Lanterns could have been taken out by a pencil. My art could be taken out by an eraser. Nailed it. Because I've got to highlight some of these jokes because then suddenly my jokes are in good company. All right, so I'm a bit of at a loss here. Normally I would zoom in on Dave. We'd play some music. I'm scared to press
Can't
things.
do that.
Yeah. So, Stiz, how about we take a look?
Just play music, and then everybody just tell everybody just to pay attention to the right hand side of the screen.
Let's
actually.
So I can play a doorbell sound.
Okay, it's not an option now, but is it an option?
And we're all finished. And we're slowly coming back.
I do appreciate Max's thing. He just brought up a Hawk reference.
Tony Hawk.
Nick, looking forward to your Boba Hawk drawing. I loved his skateboarding video games. Fun fact: Tony Hawk and Kurt Cobain are both the grandfathers of the same child, which just happened a week or two ago.
Bob Hawke.
Tony Hawk. Yeah, Bob Hawke and Kurt Cobain are both the grandparents of the same grandchild, it says.
All right, Sis, let's this ramshackle of a show and put some art up and watch this whole thing fall apart and then try and put it back together and then put some more art up and then try and put it back together, and it's going to be good times.
Let's try.
Come on, let's see some.
Drawing my drawing. Drawing.
Make any money with your drawings.
Shut up, bitch!
That's right. When
what happened there?
Yep. See, look.
What the hell?
Where are we?
This is working greatly.
Yeah. That's right. When The Rock says it's time to shut up, bitch, that means it's time to look at some artwork. Starting, of course, we keep getting 3 Peter Lawsons. We've already got 1 Peter Lawson.
What's with logged in 3 times, mate.
I logged in many times and it wasn't working. It's all finally catching up.
It remembers. It seems to remember. So what's happening now?
Yeah. But I only did it once on this computer, so I don't.
What are you doing, Fedzy? I see
trying to
screen.
remove 14 Peters, but I can't do it.
Oh, okay.
So we're stuck with it. Edited version. Just let us exit.
Why is... Oh, God. Okay, now we know not to
Well,
go
you
to that
guys are figuring this out. I just wanted to say good morning to Mark.
Oh, good morning, Mark. My day is going very well.
Morning,
How's yours?
Normally we're more professional than this, Mark, but you know, we're Luddites when it comes to new technology, and we only just it took us 127 episodes to wrap our head around the last software, and now it's a whole new thing. So
yeah, exactly.
We'll have this nailed in 3 years' time.
I did this before, and I've forgotten how. I don't know. You're going to have to stay there, Dave. I've forgotten how I got you into the other window. Okay, so we've got art. First up, we've got Rob O'Connor, who went with my theme of not necessarily doing Hawkman.
Oh, nice. Oh,
Nice.
look at that.
Oh.
And Sis, nice.
Yeah.
Beautifully.
That's Hawkman. A bit different.
Oh,
Yeah,
he's
it's,
a Jewish Hawksman.
It's from Flash Gordon.
Flash Gordon, you idiot.
Ah, right.
I'm sorry. I just saw the Star of David, and I'm like, oh, he should be busy. Anyways, moving on. No politics here.
Nathan Judd did Hawkgirl.
Whoa.
Hawkwoman.
Oh, nice.
Click.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, here it comes.
That's
Talk
awesome.
about
mate.
old
Yeah,
technical.
beautiful. Very nice.
Why do all the female characters have to be near naked and the guys don't?
I don't know.
It's just
The,
like computer games.
the
Their
other
armor is
Hawkman was pretty
green.
naked.
I feel like
Because
we're
they're
not
all drawn by blokes.
qualified to.
And this is Stu Thornton's Hawkman.
But isn't Hawkman white?
Excellent.
Very good, Stu.
And then Davo77. Oh, it takes a while to load, doesn't it?
Yeah, Dave,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, very good, Davo.
And another one from Davo. If it loads. Oh, there we go.
Yeah. Oh,
He's
nice.
got Hawkman's on Batman's arm.
Excellent.
Nice.
Yeah, very good, Davo. And Batman, right.
And then we have Marty Batfreak, who went and just used the humanoid with wings and went for Man Bat.
Oh, yeah.
Man Bat. Yeah.
Drew that on his
Ah,
phone,
yeah.
I believe.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Was Man-Bat? Was that from the Mighty Mouse, the Ralph Bakshi version?
It was from Batman.
Oh,
Batman.
okay.
Batman, dude.
Steve Zuko,
Oh
I
no,
think.
because they had something similar on the thing on the Mighty Mouse cartoon as well.
Oh, okay.
Batman.
Oh, hang on. I know this fella. Sizz. I did a Birdman. Almost a Hawkman. Harvey Birdman, attorney at law.
Got wings.
No.
Yeah,
Very
no
good,
space.
Stu.
And then we've got
Nice work,
Nick
Sizz.
May, did Hawkman.
Oh,
Then he
wow.
realised he was defenceless, so he armoured him up.
Very good.
Nick, but that was supposed
Good
to
on
be Bob Hawke. Bob Hawke drank beer.
This is what he drew earlier. So,
Oh,
he's
Where you
probably
said
sending
Buck
Bob
Hawk,
in
I
as we
don't know what
speak.
that means.
That's not possible.
And then there's another Harvey Birdman by Dan May. If I press the button right.
Nice work, Dan.
I can't see it yet.
Put your
But
glasses
the way
on.
the picture loads reminds me of like 1998.
It's not loading. Oh, here it comes.
Oh, wow, your internet must be really slow.
Must
be.
Is that mine? My internet's slow, is it?
Well,
Still coming.
I don't know. I'm just thinking because you're seeing it so slow.
Oh, right. Now I can see it all now. Yeah, excellent.
It's
Dan.
gone. Sorry about that. Adam Gillespie
Look
did
good,
Hawkman
Dan.
and Hawkwoman.
Oh, that looks nice.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
in Hawk World, he said.
Oh,
Mighty
yeah.
wings too.
Been working on it a while. It started in 2020.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Nice work, Adam.
Martin Gammon.
Award
Very
winning.
good.
He's got the Hawkman, Hawkwoman, and he's got the dude from Flash Gordon.
Excellent.
All right.
What about the
Now
other
in
birds in the background? What are they?
The other people from Prince Voltan's army.
Oh,
No, that's Eagly from the Pacemaker thing.
Oh, okay.
Pacemaker, whatever his name was. You know, John Cena.
Well, Martin also coloured it in.
Oh, excellent.
That's Eagly.
Oh, very good.
And that's the
good
last
on
one
you,
I've uploaded so
Well done,
far. Because it's really difficult to upload them.
I like Daniel's explanation of just in case he didn't know who John Cena is, he went, "Bah." Just so that lets everybody know. Just in case. Now, Dan, could you, over the course of this whole Hawkman, do you have any other tidbits you might be able to drop on us? Perhaps about the JSA or Jim Starlin, even anything that even just slightly tangentially connected that you can drop some knowledge bombs on the people watching?
Well, I've over the years I've spoken to Jim Starlin more than once, obviously. I mean, one of my favourite pieces of trivia for Jim Starlin doesn't involve Hawkman at all, in case you want to know. Whenever anyone ever talks to me about the Jim Starlin and Bernie Wrightson miniseries, The Cult, Batman the Cult, which was a really good miniseries, great miniseries, 4 issues. It came out roughly the same time as Dark Knight Returns, and in my opinion, it's actually a little bit better, if you ask me. But what's not well known is the sequel to that, also by Starlin and Bernie Wrightson, was published at Marvel. And it was called Punisher, POV. And the reason that was because after Batman the Cult came out, it sold like gangbusters. And you're looking at Jim Starlin, who was Jim Starlin at the time, Bernie Wrightson, who was the superstar no matter when you want to look at him. They pitched to DC and they said, well, we've got a sequel for Batman the Cult. And they put the script in, and whoever it was at DC said, no, not interested. And they went, but it's Starlin says, well, I'll be writing it and Bernie will be drawing it. It's the same mob as same. No, not interested. So they went over to Marvel and said, look, instead of Batman, we'll just change it to Punisher. And they went, oh, hello, take our money. And do it. I mean, Jim, he's a great guy. Really, really good guy. Like him a lot, actually. He's done quite well out of his work, that's for sure. With Hawkman, I mean, one of the things you haven't mentioned about Hawkman was because, as you sort of said, he was reincarnated from about whenever. One of his, and it was a John Byrne issue of all things. It's actually one of John Byrne's best later DC issues that he did in the 2000s. I think in the 2010s, revolved around Hawkman fighting vampires, and he managed to defeat them because he, in one of his previous lives, he was a priest. So, in order to beat these vampires, he got them all into a warehouse and blessed the pipes that went above and put a match on them. And of course, holy water comes down and kills all the vampires. And it was just brilliant. If you get a chance to see it and read it, seek the issue out. I can't remember what issue number it was. It's got Hawkgirl, Hawkwoman, I will call her Hawkwoman because she's not a girl, on the cover with fangs because she was bitten by one of the vampires and becomes a vampire. And at one point he thinks, well, I'm going to have to lose you, but that's all right because you'll be reincarnated. So I've just got to wait for the next life because the way that it was sort of retconned, for lack of a better word, each time they died, they would come back and find each other in the next life and become Hawkman and Hawkwoman, Hawkgirl again. So his thing was, I'm going to lose Hawkwoman here, but that's all right because the next life, which she'll be born into, I'll find her. Discounting the fact that it'll probably be about 80 and she'll be about 20, and that's just like, that's like Leonardo DiCaprio territory, isn't it? So, no, I don't want to go down that road. So,
they're reincarnated, but they're the same person. Do they have the memories of their previous life or no?
They have partial memories. They're not the same person. They come back as different people, although they look exactly the same, if you know what I mean. It's a really weird retcon. But I really, Blood on the Wings, issue 26, really well worth a read. Some of Byrne's better artwork, if you ask me, for that period, because that was at a point where John Byrne was sort of getting sick of drawing for DC because he'd already told Marvel, and they said, feelings mutual, mate, and was in his mode of just drawing basic figures and no backgrounds at all. But in this one, he actually went full on and did a really good issue. So, find that one and have a read of it. I think you'd be pleasantly surprised. Whether you like Byrne or not is irrelevant. The artwork is really good and the story is very solid. So, But they get reincarnated and come back. But that's only a newish thing with the latest, the post Jim Starlin, where Stalin sorted it out and it all made sense. So let's ignore that and just create something that doesn't make much sense and put that in there. So that post-Stalin thing with Hawkman and Hawkgirl being reincarnated down through the years.
Yeah, right.
Lots of fun.
Sis, I believe. Do you need some more time? I know you've got
I do,
another-
unfortunately.
Oh, that's
I'm
cool.
working out how to do this.
Got another Davo piece, and we've also got Rosanna's screen to share, but we can get to it. Justin, what are we missing with Hawkman? Is there anything else you've got chambered?
I mean, for me, one of the things that I love the most about Hawkman actually comes from one of the DC animated universe. I can't remember which one, but there's a great one where the Justice League are getting together to meet, and they're sitting down at the table and all the rest of it. And the Flash is already sitting down, and Hawkman sits down next to him, plops his mace on the table, and he's just covered in blood. Like, absolutely, his mace is covered in blood. He's covered in blood, and the Flash just simply puts his hand up and goes, "Anybody want to change seats?"
Yeah.
Hawkman says nothing. He just sits down and he's covered in blood, and it's like, so the comedy timing of it is absolutely perfect. And I think it's literally just a meeting of all of the characters. I don't think Hawkman appears in it other than that bit, and it's like such a funny standout of that. Like I said, I don't remember which one it's from, so the rest of it must have been very good, but that just image just stood out so great.
Yeah.
I'm not a big Hawkman guy. It was my Justice Society were more sort of the late 70s, early 80s Justice Society, like the Power Girl and what were they called, Star and Stripe and all of those sorts of people. So Hawkman was well and truly a Justice League. Somewhere around in all of this rubbish that I've got in this room, I actually have a Superpowers collection action figure from the 80s of him. It's he just wasn't my guy, unfortunately.
The other one I got was Hawkman in the Silver Age. The reason he had the mace was because he and Hawkgirl, were museum. They worked at a museum. So whenever they'd go out and beat the living suitcase out of anyone, they'd just go through the museum and go, "Hey, there's a great little weapon. Grab that." Boom! And they'd just grab these weapons that they needed from the museums. And for some reason, Hawkman always grabbed the mace because he just liked bashing people's skull in with this bloody great mace of his.
Compensating.
Yeah. Compensating, yes, with his wings.
Which in the real world, a hawk's weapon is its beak and its talons, right? But they're just like in a world of guns and talons and whatever. They was like, no, let's just give him a bludgeoning.
Would you take him seriously if you saw him swinging down and suddenly pecking on his head like a swooping magpie? Hawkman, I'll stick ties on my bike helmet, and he won't be able to get to me because he'll just fly off.
The Amazing Adventures of Hawkman and his deadly pecker.
Yeah.
Sounds like a good idea.
Yes.
Alex Major, so a Hawkman is flying down from the sky to peck at you violently. You famously, of course, shot a turkey with an arrow.
I did not do that, but I have been attacked by a lot of birds, though. I have not been. I've called up wires, and they know my alibis. So, but I have been attacked by cockatoos. I've been attacked by magpies. Recently, 3 weeks ago, I had 2 different magpies in 2 different spots with me, and I've been attacked by masked Lapland birds as well. I saved 2 minor birds, put them in comic books. In return, they've spooked me too, and I've had several ducks hiss at me as well. And I'm like, "You're not a cat. Stop hissing at me, you angry mother clucker." So
now the evidence I have is purely circumstantial, but there have been photos taken by you of a turkey with an arrow in its back, still running around, and then you calling the RSPCA and
I also made a comic about it as well.
Did you?
Yeah, and we also named it. Also, the turkey has a name. Thank you very much. She's called Betty.
Betty, right? And
Yeah.
what sort of bow did you use to take out Betty?
I didn't use a bow.
Oh, you just threw the arrow. Of course,
I kicked it.
Alex, of course, found the turkey and not really in distress, just chilling out. Like, I was in a war with a bowman.
Oh, she wears it as a piercing now. So
Right.
see, I've seen her chilling on top of a tree, and she's got this like massive arrow thing swinging off her. So,
Alex, do you think
yeah.
you could beat Hawkman? Yeah, he's coming down to attack you. You just have a bag of golden cob millet seed, and you just throw it on the floor. And then he's just going to sit there and bang.
Look, I don't think I can take on Hawkman. If a noisy miner can have the better of me, I'm not sure what I can do against a dude with wings who wears an anti-gravity belt.
Budgie seed, that'll do it.
Yeah.
You can make him win with some budgie seed.
I don't know. Maybe I could just fling some poop at it like a monkey.
Pete, we will zoom in on you in just a second. Just Sis is busy behind the scenes, and if I click it, then I will expose Sizzle's hard work.
I'll actually send it to Sis because it's not shooting right that way.
I had we just missed it. Do you want to hold it up again?
Yep, there we go. If I can get it again.
Yeah, it's white.
Oh, there it is. Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah.
Looking good.
Yeah.
Flying over the ocean. So you've not only got to draw these feathers, but you've got to draw waves as well. You're just a glutton for punishment there, Pete.
Oh, he loves his waves, though.
Been doing a lot of waves lately.
Yes, you have, haven't you?
Believe it or not, the next comic has no waves.
Yeah, you've got them down pat now, and they can't use them.
All right, we're going to take a look now at Rosanna's screen. And awkwardly, me and Sis will stay on the screen so you can watch us watching it.
Is it working?
Oh, yeah, cool.
Yeah. Beautiful
That's
stuff.
looking good. Yeah. Yeah, very good, Rosie.
So it says I was getting a message from a viewer, and they have a question towards you. So I hope, Jackie, you're watching. But yeah, I promised Jackie I'll ask you on the show. You don't have a beef with him, do you? Because he says
Jackie?
he still yeah, he hasn't been on the show, but he says, I reckon Sis still loves me. And I'm like, I don't know. You haven't been on the show for a while. So
That's because he keeps saying no.
Oh, okay. Well, Jackie,
So
if
you
you're
making this
watching,
up? Are you making this up?
No. I can show you in the screen. Where is it? Here it is.
No receipts, please. No
It says
receipts.
that, yeah, it says that Sis still loves me, and I'll ask him. There you go. That's
Yes, Sis still loves Jackie. It's all good.
Yeah.
It is a good time to remind people that if you haven't been on the show for a while and you're wondering why, it's purely because me and Sis have just your name has fallen off the list, and we've forgotten to reach out again. So, Sis, there is a page people can go to. I mean, the short version is just reach out to me and Sis. There is no.
Yeah, that's the easiest way.
I can't think of. There's only one person we blacklisted, and he still appears every week.
Yeah. I'm not. Wait, who's on every week?
Told after I first appeared on the show, someone sent me a message and said they've blacklisted you. You'll never come back. I went, what?
Yeah, it's because you never draw, you lazy bastard.
All right, so Sis, I believe you might be ready now. We have a couple more pieces have popped up.
Yeah, I'm trying to think which one we're up to there. So here's the next one. Davo did Prince Boltan, whatever his name is.
Davo again. That's his third one.
Davo's killing it today.
Yeah,
he
keep
also
usually
sent
does.
in this Hawkgirl or Hawkwoman.
Yeah.
Oh, that's like the one from the JLA cartoon.
Yeah,
Same design.
It's cool.
Is Davo got his kids on the job too? He was talking about it last
I think
time.
these are all him. Justin, who's like part of the show. Oh, Justin.
Oh,
Holy moly. Why is he spit green? I don't know. Don't answer it. But...
Could have been on a cucumber.
I'm inspired by Spency for that, because when he announced Hawkman, he said Hawk Tour, and I was like, bing, that's mine. So you got Spency to blame for that.
Yeah. Please, people at home, don't draw things that I say, because
yes.
some of the things I say are highly questionable.
She has a podcast now, so maybe we should get her on the show.
Oh,
that's pretty cool.
Who is
And I don't know
this?
what
Sorry,
she's
I
talking
missed
about saying she can't draw. That's a ridiculous statement. Now I've seen this.
Who's done that one?
Shawnee, our regular.
Oh, no.
Good on you, Shawnee. Yes.
Yeah, she's been at Sketch Party, so can't wait to see her again.
Oh, you met Shawnee in real life, Alex?
Yeah. I have. We caught the train together as well because
You
she lives on the
bastard.
same train line. So
Went turkey hunting together. Nice.
no,
Hawkman
she
hunting with Hugh McGowan.
Whoa!
Oh, wow.
Oh.
You.
Yes.
That's awesome. Thanks, Hugh.
Oh, yeah, Hugh. Yeah, very good, mate. Very, very good.
Don Ticko's joined us.
Don.
Good old Don. Good on you, Don.
Oh, nice.
That's the way.
You know,
Oh,
when you were
yeah.
loading that one, Sis, in the back screen thingy, I thought it was Nick Mays for a hot second there.
Oh, so you can see that. I didn't know you could see those.
Yeah.
And we've got Phoebe,
Oh.
the little Hawkman, little cute one.
Ah, yes. Look at that. Ripper. Very good.
Now, I'd just like to say, if I've missed anyone's art tonight, it's been a bit of a shambles, so I apologise. They will still get posted if you put them to that link that's in the bottom of the screen. They will get posted on Instagram, and I'll try to post them next show if I can figure out how to get this to work a little bit faster than I did tonight.
Poor Mark. Mark, this is actually my first time catching the show. Mark. We've had 127 perfect episodes, not a nary a mistake made. And then you've come along for this episode where we are falling apart. Is there a time limit for drawing? Well, Mark, look, if you want the complete history of the show, what we used to do back in the day is we would pencils would commence movement at the beginning of the show and would be told pencils down at the end, and the show would run for an hour. Then as time grew on, we realized that was very restrictive and unnecessary. And now we like to announce with 2 weeks in advance what we are drawing next week or next fortnight. And people can draw their stuff and send it through at any time in that 2 weeks. They can send it in while the show's running. Before is preferable, particularly with this new software, but do what you do. So no time limit. You can even send it in after the show. We will happily show previous themed art on following shows. Which reminds me, Sis, next week on Drink and Draw, of course, is the off week, and you are with Shannon Browning is hosting, and you are drawing Penance, aka Cannonball.
Speedball.
Oh yeah, I called him Cannonball like a sucker. Cannonball, of course.
Different dude. If someone draws Cannonball, we'll accept it now because of Spedsy's mistake.
Yeah. Whatever. So Speedball / Penance.
Spencer, going back to the whole the rules of the show, of course, the rules are what the rules are. But if you want to be hardcore, do it 60 minutes within the show's limit. Just to be hardcore about it.
If you've ever met me before, you know I am hardcore. So
if we were hardcore, you wouldn't be on the show, Alex. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Last time I saw Spence, he got me in a headlock and punched me around the face a few times, and said a really nasty word to me. It started with a C, and
was it cat?
And he said, he said,
Rosanna has an animal on the show.
No, it started with a C and it had a T in it, and he said, "You are cat. You are cute."
I was going to say, you are a cartoonist. No.
But I'm not.
Black cat. Oh, it's gone.
And when we are back on the show in 2 weeks, we will be drawing and talking the Teen Titans. So, you want to draw Beast Boy, Cyborg, Nightwing. Who else is there? Dick.
Raven.
Do you want to draw? What's the guy? Tim Drake, Robin. All the Teen Titans. Raven.
Which Teen Titans are you talking about? The original ones or the ones that came out when George Perez and Marv Wolfman took over? You also talk about the Joker's daughter in there, the original Harlequin.
Draw Mal.
Wait till I research it all, because I don't know anything yet. I know they lived in a big tea building.
No, not the originals.
And I know Starfire did strange things to my teenage self. That's all I know.
Another one.
Aqualad.
All right, Sis, where we at? What are we doing now?
Well, I think I'm getting a bit flustered, but I think we're up to the part where we dance without music because I don't know how to get music.
I can
get your guitar out. Get your guitar. You got a guitar in the background. You got 5 of them, Spedsy. You can do some acoustic music.
Did you used to be in a band, Spedsy?
I did, mate, but that's a story for
in a band.
1 through 7.
Go on, Rosanna. You know you want it.
So yes, we are lucky enough to have a animator in our very studio who has worked for some of the biggest sequels. Some of the smallest sequels to the biggest movies. I don't know. He's got an IMDb page, and I don't. So sucks to be me.
Jealous.
He's worked on many sequels.
And look, I'll be frank. I've said this to him backstage, but I have never said it on the show, to my knowledge. When we first started this show, someone said, "You got Alex Major on that show. He's done some real work. Holy shit, good." And I was like, yeah. So let's take a look at some real work of Alex's now, where he animates our character of the week. Sears click. Well, there we go.
Oh, what? Eggs.
There's a Hawkman dancing.
You say eggs?
That's an interesting dance.
Now, way back when, Alex's characters used to decide who was the hottest person on the show, and I think, going by those old rules, Peter Lawson, via an egg on his face, is this week's hottest person on the show.
But he's pointing at Dave and Sis, though.
I think what's happening underneath is way more important than his pointing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well done, Alex. You've done it again, mate. Very good.
All right. Well,
now there's one cool thing about. Oh, sorry, Spedsy.
No, you go, mate.
I was going to say there's one thing about this software that I am enjoying. It's the fact that we can have not only one of his animations.
Oh.
We can have a whole bunch of them.
Okay, let's get a dance going.
Get a nightclub going here.
I just love the nightclub vibe music, yeah.
Oh, all right.
Somebody playing music in the background. Oh, and there's the flash.
Oh, they're moving on their own. What's going on here?
Oh, it's on here.
You move them, I'll put them.
All right, now that looks like a nightclub I went to.
I don't even know what half these pictures are because they're not labeled.
Yeah, good.
I like the fact that it doesn't crunch it up as much as the StreamYard did.
What do we got here? Let's just randomly pick some stuff.
Oh, yeah. Very good. Good stuff, Alex. I've forgotten a lot of those. I don't remember a lot
Where'd
of
that
them.
one go?
I don't want to know what
I haven't seen where it went.
down here in the bottom.
Did an Amazing Tales one too. Oh wow, that's cool.
Oh.
All right, we should stop this. It's ridiculous. Good luck putting them all off, Sis. It's only going to take
Put that one up there.
All right, well, I can turn the music off at least. This is a schmozzle.
I will slowly get these off the screen.
Well, I believe that's been our show this week. Thank you very much for sticking by us, mate, as we power through this transitional time. Nicholas, we're Nicholas, and we're in this new software land that we're in. Thank you so much to everybody in the room, particularly to Daniel and Neil Blandon for joining us last second to help fill some shoes. But that's not to say that we don't thank Justin, Rosanna, Peter, Alex, and of course, Mr. Dave Dye. Now,
you don't? Oh, sorry, Neil.
Yeah, we don't know what we're doing, mate. Here we go. Look, we can click this.
Who are you?
Oh, let it focus. Please let it focus.
I want to focus. Come on. Oh, that's
if I go back.
No, it's just all low res right now.
Yeah, it's low res. Must. Oh, hang on.
Like
Looking a
me,
That's
like
right.
my
You've got
life.
really crap reception, so you'll be on the lowest res.
Yeah.
Can you take a photo and send it in?
Take a photo,
Neil?
send it in, and I can post it on Insta for everyone.
Neil, we get to see everybody's bars down the bottom,
I'd
and
love to
Neil
see it now,
doesn't
mate.
even have one bar. So
Be quiet. Stop talking about my bars.
Look,
and of course, I hope you've been watching along as Dave Dye puts on a masterclass on the right-hand side of your screen. So, have we missed anything before I speak up? If I've
I don't know. Someone's going to have to say something if we have.
Yeah, because we don't have, we're just flying by the seam and the seat, because I don't know which it is, of our pants. So thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much to the artists in the room. Thank you very much to the artists at home. Without you all, there is no show. It's just me and Sis talking to each other, and nobody wants that. So yes, back next week with Shannon Browning at the helm, drawing Speedball and Penance, and then we will be back with Nick May, with Shaden Jew, with Alex, with Dave, to draw and talk the Teen Titans.
Woo!
And if you would
Have
be
you
so
showed
kind,
everybody's drawings at all yet?
Yes.
what?
Have you showed what everyone's drawn, or have I missed it?
I believe
I
that
think
was
you might have missed
nine.
it, dude.
That was like
I missed it. Okay, that's all right. I've been
You're
busy.
busy concentrating on your drawing. It's all good.
Then just a cheap self plug. Torn Southern Squadron is on Kickstarter. It's 4 days left to go. If you would be so kind as to take a look, there's a video trailer there. Oh, look at that! Click the type it out, I guess, that link there, and take a look. And thank you to Alex pimping the latest episode / issue of Vamoose. But that's enough.
How can one buy this? Is that a comics store or?
It is technically, but you do have to
It's
hassle.
technically here, but we'll never speak of it again.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Can I just
It's
say
in that
one
room.
thing before we all leave? That
Please.
Torn and Southern Squadron cover is possibly the best Southern Squadron cover I've seen since Gary Shalloner was doing it.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Whoa. All right.
I
Wow.
was blown away by it. Absolutely.
It's pretty good.
Excellent.
It is brilliant. The cover looks great. I've not seen the interiors, obviously, because who's going to send me anything? But that cover, what I've seen, is absolutely amazing. Love
Wow.
it. I'm going to buy it just for the cover. Don't care about the interiors.
I'll literally send you the
I'm gonna buy
PDF.
it for the cover.
All right. So,
One last thing.
yes.
One last thing. Oh, you wouldn't know about this. This is my fault. I didn't tell you
No,
beforehand. Our other host on the week after the fortnight is Nicole Kane, and she's got a Kickstarter going right now.
Excellent.
And it's at that address. Or that address. Pick the weird symbols or the one that I made. I don't care which one you pick. I don't care at all.
Getting harsh.
I will see where you come from, though. No. So yes, go to that Kickstarter. Her Highness. Looks awesome. So yeah, I don't know much about it, but if you go to Kickstarter, it tells you lots about it. I've already backed it. So yeah,
Excellent.
It looks cool.
We've gone too long when even Thiz starts getting cranky. The kindest man in comics. All right. Thank you very much, everybody. Bear with us while we find the outro button. And
I found it.
We'll catch you in a fortnight. Cheers.
And remember to like and subscribe.